tripod bag and we're going to show you how to set it up. Now this is a different tripod compared to others due to issues we find. So we've got a pan handle to move the camera with ease. This is the camera plate to secure the camera onto the tripod. And then the tripod itself. To set it up, we extend the legs fully and then make sure this is put down. And then next, if it's a normal one, they'd have the turn gears, but these ones are different, and you've got these little covers to push.
Sorry.
And then you extend it up fully, and there shouldn't normally be any space in between these. And then to secure it, you just clip it back on. Now.
There we go.
Okay, so that.
We're now going to check through the camera bag and check we've got everything that we need. So we have our camera. Right, so this is the camera. We've got a battery and we've got the SD card to go inside.
Normally we would have a lens cap to put over the camera, but that wasn't in the bag when we first got it. And we've only got one battery due to the others charging, and the power cable and the main cable are both in the room in the studio. So I'm going to show you how to attach the handle to the camera. This is to make when you move the camera much more easily and smoother. If you're right-handed, you'd put it in the right area here, or if you're left-handed, you'd put it on this one.
And while he's doing that, I'm going to attach the camera plate to the bottom of the camera, ready for it to go on.
To attach it, what you have to do is you have to put it in this, put this in the slot there, and tighten it so much that these little jagged lines meet. So you move it clockwise. It will take a bit of strength, so make sure you got our bodybuilder here.
No good for me then.
Pause video, Sam.
Where are you guys up to then? You have 40 minutes.
Thanks. Brad in the background. Don't you love it?
There we go. And then, are you still coming?
Yeah.
And then once it's fully on, you can see. And then you can just move it around so much easily than you could manually.
And the plate is now on the bottom. You can tell which way it's got to go because at the top it'll actually say camera lens. And now this will slide onto here. Now here, the teacher always says it's easier to go down and then across. And when you hear that click, it's done. It's not going to come off here. You can move it to where you want to be. And once it's set in the position you want, you just tighten it on both sides.
One thing you want to make sure you do is when you film or do anything with the camera, make sure you've got it at the angle of this, one of the tripod legs, because if it's not and you go over here, then if someone walks past,
It won't fall off, don't it?
it could fly off and damage some very safe and wonderful equipment that is costly.
So one person literally stands here.
So now we're going to just make sure the bubble is in the centre. So to do that, you put your hand underneath here, make sure you tighten it enough, not too hard though, because if people need to use it, then too tough will take a bit. And as you can see, it is there in the video.
So one thing with
So this, of course, before is the panhandle, which we've attached, of course. And now I'm going to show you how to shot a horizontal shot. So, depending on how stiff or how loose you want to hold the handle, you can turn it. You can turn it minus. You can turn it less tension, and plus will be add tension, and of course make the camera more heavy.
So this is how you put the battery in. You find the battery hole right underneath the eye lens. You look at the clips, push it in to the left and click.
And how do you remove it?
And then to remove it, you just press the button right and let it loose. To turn it on, locate the blue switch in the on and off. Push the blue switch in, and then boop, it's on. And ta-da!
That would probably look quite
You're gonna have to edit that. Okay.
That's right, go.
So we have picture and audio. Of course, you can see picture with Brad and Alicia having a chat. You know, what a lovely moment. We would actually have sound about here, but for some reason it's not there.
So we know how to do it.
Yeah. How to insert the SD card. You open the little plastic door. Very nice. And you just put it in.
And it's just
Slot A. When the light's green, you're good to go.
And then glued it all on.
And then we've got
And
the
then
menu.
to format it,
It's out of just squared
you
out,
go
just glued them together.
down to
That was off
system.
eBay. I just put a little light in it
If
with
I
a little
could.
flame look.
System, click,
And smoked vape.
media,
And she
click,
came for free.
format, and then if there was anything on there,
That's
format
what we're
it.
going to be showing you guys is all the...
Yeah.
all-
So, the ND filter, I don't know really what it stands for, but I think it's light. And you click it up, you get a darker screen. You go down, lighter screen, and then, you know, nothing at all. Wait.
Right, we're checking that the microphone, which is this wire here, is attached to the input 1 in by there to make sure that it will actually then work, and you secure it with this little nozzle on top.
So yeah, so we've got a lot of training to do, but we get free pizza.
I like pizza.
So Sam, of course, is at the helm of the camera doing the recording. So
Hello.
There are normally 3 recording options on the cameras. There's one at the top, there's one at the side, and then there should be one somewhere else,
I promise.
but we don't know. Because on
Yeah.
this camera it's different.
And then you can.
So now Sam's going to record a little example of a 10-second clip of me and Alicia
When I press the
talking
button,
about pizza. Enjoy.
when I press the button, it would say recording.
So yeah, so as student representatives, of course we represent our course, but there are options to have pizza and clubs and meetings with tutors. I think we have about 6 in total.
Oh, that's good.
3 crams and 3 pre-crams. Pre-crams first, of course, and then crams are big meetings where you're all with other student reps around the college and the heads of the campus.
Is that from all of the colleges that are linked together? Or
No,
is it just
so
from this
for
one?
example, it'll be just this campus. This one will have their own, but we'll be speaking to many tutors, leaders. You get that?
God. Oh
Right.
shit, still recording.
Number 15, we've got 2 more left.
Stop it.
I still feel just very honoured that people
So,
voted
to,
for me. I will do what
Review the media,
really
playback.
good at getting
You
through
press and
stuff.
hold
You
the
do it for about
mode
5
button.
So I always get,
As
like,
so.
Located next to the power button, of course.
And it will show you the things we recorded. Press the joystick in, and your recording shall play. Of course, we don't want to really see that.
Yes, we do. This is BAFTA winning performances
multiple charities.
done by a former performing arts student that is now a media student in a rule of thirds.
And then when you want to stop, you
Like
press it
yesterday,
in.
I had
To pause, you press it in.
amazing pageant
So
coach
go
come
back,
down.
press the menu, and to go back to a normal recording, press and hold mode again.
So I'm like, right, this is a bit of the safety to read out now. When assembling and adjusting the tripod, be careful not to trap your finger between the rails and the legs. That's quite self-explanatory. You don't want to end up hurting yourself, cutting yourself or crushing injuries, because that's not where you want to go.
Thank you. Then you want to double check that all the tripod legs are locked off or secure. The reason for this is because you're working with precious and expensive equipment, therefore you do not want to pay
2,000 quid.
£1,000
Isn't
for
it
the camera
2,000 quid?
itself, and God knows how much the tripod costs. Probably double that.
Yeah. Ensure that the tripod central spreader is fully extended. If you don't, it'll put it very much off balance, and then that's when accidents can happen and it can break, and then you're looking at a heavy cost.
So this one is kind of self-explanatory as well, but when you place a tripod leg facing forward towards the subject, make sure it's on the side of one of the three legs. This is that if it does fall, it doesn't fall flat on the floor and then damage even further, causing you more money.
It's this one there, isn't it? When you aren't operating the camera, ensure the pan and tilt axis are locked off. This is again rather self-explanatory. You don't want it to move or anything when you're not touching it, because it could cause an accident.
Thank you. So you want to place the camera bag, which is this behind us. It's alright today because we're on a table, but if we're working away from inside a building, then you want to make sure the camera bag is placed underneath the tripod so that it minimises people getting injured.
Or tripping over the bag and actually breaking the camera.
Yes, the camera's more important in this case.
Than human beings itself.
People can heal.
And when using the tripod in confined spaces, make sure that you don't create a trip hazard with the legs. Can't really explain that much more. It's very simple. Just be careful where you're
Mind the
positioning
legs.
it, and make sure there's plenty of room around it that people can move around.